this is CJ Darlington from Mountain View Books, and today I'm going to walk you through the process of uploading your ebook to Amazon, their Kindle Direct Publishing. So this is assuming that you already have your file that you want to send to Amazon, and the format that they generally use is proprietary. It's their .mobi format. I usually like to just say the Mobi format. I believe that they can also, you can upload a Word document to them that they will convert for you, but I don't recommend this because sometimes the conversion can be a little strange, and you can end up with bad links and weird margins and things like that. So the best thing you can do is to upload a Mobi file directly, and if you need any help with that, we do have formatting services here at Mountain View Books. So first thing you want to do though is to create an account with Amazon. I'll assume that you've already done that, and that's a pretty easy process. You just give your name and your address and your banking information, and you sign away your firstborn. No, just kidding. You just need some basic information. Whether you have to decide whether you're going to publish under just your name as the author, or if you perhaps want to create an LLC or something like that. You'll want to discuss that with your accountant and things like that. But I'm going to assume that you already are signed up, and you come to this page here at Amazon. It's kdp.amazon.com, and you're going to sign in, and it'll bring you to your dashboard where you can, at this point I'm assuming this will be your first ebook that you're uploading. And so this page, we have several, so you'll see a couple, but today I have a new book that I'm going to be uploading to show you. So you can see you have your options of your bookshelf, which has all the books that you have currently at Amazon. If you have any, you can look at your reports to see your sales and get help and things like that. But today we're going to just focus on uploading your Kindle ebook. And we're going to create a brand new title here. So I'm going to click on this option right here. It says Add, Create a New Title, Kindle ebook. And they're going to bring up a page here where you're going to begin to fill the information out. So it's basic details to begin, the book name, and in this case the book name is a new ebook that I recently finished. It's called What I Wish I Knew When I Bought My First Horse. And then it does not have a subtitle, that's optional. If you're uploading a nonfiction book, oftentimes there will be a subtitle. But in this case I don't have a subtitle. And in this case it's also not part of a series yet, though that could change in the future. You can add your edition number if you want, and it's telling you this is an optional feature. You can add your publisher name if you want. If you're just doing it under your name, you probably won't have to, but a lot of times people will create their own little publishing imprint. In this case, we have Mountain View Books LLC as the publisher. Then your option is to fill in your description, and I'm going to go grab my synopsis that I already wrote for this book. And a whole book could be written on how to write a synopsis. In fact, there are several out there that will help you with that. I'm reading one right now actually called How to Write a Sizzling Synopsis. And it's pretty good actually. So I'm just adding here my description of the book, and it will then bring you down to book contributors, and that is where you add your author name. So in this case, my name is CJ Darlington, and I am going to select myself as the author. You can sometimes add, as you can see, editor, illustrator, but if it's just one author, you only need to add one. I'm going to save that. Language, English. ISBN is optional. You do not have to have an ISBN number for an ebook, but I, in this case, do. And you can get ISBN numbers from Bowker, B-O-W-K-E-R. In fact, I believe that they're the only place you can get them in the United States. And they usually have a bundle of them that you can get at once, a bundle of 10 or a bundle of 100. You save a lot of money if you get the larger bundles, but they can be pricey, so some people choose not to have an ISBN number. And then we're going to verify our publishing rights. This is not a public domain work. I hold the necessary publishing rights, really easy there. Then it's going to ask you to add your categories. And there's an art unto itself of selecting the category that you want your book to be featured in, and I suggest you go to Amazon and you look for other books similar to yours to see what category they are in. And sometimes people recommend picking a really small category and a really big category, because then if you start to have a lot of sales of your book, it will start ranking higher in the category that does not have as many books in it. And again, lots of different places you can find information about that online. But I am going to today add, since this is a book about horses, I'm going to go through here and I am going to pick, I'm going to start with under pets. It's going to give me horses, so that's going to be my first one, I think. And then I have the option under sports and recreation to add equestrian. So that's what I'm going to start with for this book. I may change it, and that's something you can change down the road with no problem. I'm going to ignore the age range because this isn't a book. This is a book for all ages. And then it's going to ask me for my search keywords. And this is something that you do want to think about, and you can go to Amazon and experiment a little bit with what comes up when you search for different keywords. So in this case, I'm going to put a couple keywords that are more specific. I'm going to put first horse. I'm going to put buying a horse. I'm going to put horse care, because I deal with some topics like that. I'm going to put how to buy a horse. I'm going to put horse books. And I'm even going to put horses books, because sometimes people search for strange things. And then I'm going to put buying first horse. And that's what I'm going to start with, and then I'll probably look at that down the road and see if I can improve upon that a little bit. Select your book release option. This is where you decide whether you're going to make your book a pre-order. Like if you, because sometimes you can actually not have your completed book, and you can make it as a pre-order and then upload your final ebook down the road. And just be very careful with that. You want to make sure that you always do it in time. Sometimes if people do not upload their final book by a certain date, they will then be cut off by Amazon to do pre-orders in the future. So it's a good option, but just make sure you follow the instructions. So I am actually ready to release this book right now, so that's what I'm going to put. Then now it's going to ask me to upload my book cover. And in this case, I already have that already. I just have to go find it on my computer. Book cover photos here. Sometimes I sort things a little strangely on my computer. So, okay, first horse cover final. And now I'm going to upload that. And I can actually do other things while it's uploading. I'm going to look here now at upload your book file. This is where you select whether you want to enable digital rights management, DRM, or not. Generally, I recommend that you do not enable digital rights management, because some people just have trouble with that. It's become the norm now to not have digital rights management, and it's okay to do that. You don't have to be scared of it. Now I'm going to add the book content. And in this case, I have that also on my computer ready. I have to just find it here. I have it already in the Mobi format. Like I said, you're going to probably want to get that correctly formatted if you just have a Word document, because it can be a little strange sometimes in the conversion. So I find it's best to upload to Amazon your Mobi file already formatted. Okay, as you can see, the cover has now uploaded. I paused the video for just a second there, and it's still up. It's now converting the book file. It says converting book file to Kindle format, even though I already have it in Kindle format. That's fine. I'm just waiting for that to finish. Okay, it looks like it's done. Upload and conversion successful. It tells me that I have 3 possible spelling errors. I'm not worried about that, because there are a couple different types of words that I have in there that could easily be that. You'll probably want to just check them. In this case, I don't need to do that. Then it will give me the option here to preview this ebook. And I have already done that. I've sent it to my Kindle to make sure that it was correct before I even uploaded it to Amazon. But I usually generally go and preview It's going to ask me to save the changes first, so I'll do that. I go to preview it on their online previewer just to make sure everything's looking correct. Occasionally the images will be strange and it'll have an X instead of the image. That's happened to me before. So in this case though, it looks good. I'm just going to page through a tiny bit here to make sure that it's exactly what I want. And that looks good. You normally would want to go through the entire book and make sure. But keep in mind, sometimes these online previewers are not exact. So that's why I always recommend sending it to your Kindle if you have one, or also Amazon has some software that will let you preview the book as it would appear in a Fire, Kindle Fire, or whatever Kindle you have. So it is now moving on to rights and pricing. And this is where you decide whether you want to enroll your book in the KDP Select program. And what that is that you give Amazon exclusive access to your book for 90 days. You can't upload it to any other site. It has benefits and it has drawbacks. Sometimes it's a good thing because you will have the option to be able to put your book on sale very easily. You can offer it for free for 5 days if you decide to do that. You can also enroll it in the, people can borrow the book from Amazon if they have, if they're members of, where is that, what is that called? The Kindle Unlimited program and the Kindle Owners Lending Library. In this case, I'm not going to enroll my book in that. I have done that before, especially if I have a series. Like in fact, my book Jupiter Wins, I have enrolled in that currently so that I can offer it for free for a couple days. But in this case, I'm not going to do that, but it would be very easy. If you decide that you want to do that, you just click on this little box, and it's as easy as that. So I'm now going to verify my book details, verify the title, just make sure that I entered everything correctly. It appears that I did. Okay, all that's good. Actually, I was wrong. This is not the pricing page, but this is where you would select whether you want to be part of the Kindle Select. So now I need to just save and continue, and then we will move on to pricing. Okay, and this is where you verify whether you want to do individual territories or worldwide rights. I always just do worldwide rights. Then you select your pricing. And I want to select the 70% royalty rate. And I'm going to price the book at $2.99. The only time you would do the 35% royalty rate is when you price your book below $2.99. Amazon does not let you get 70% royalty if you price your book under $2.99. So it's kind of a little bit odd that they have you select that, but that's what they have you do. So you can set the price that you want it to be on Amazon UK and Amazon Canada. I usually let it just automatically, as you can see here, automatically select the price. Occasionally though, if it will be, like if it ends up, let's say it was $3 and one, well not $3, but €3 and 3.01 euros, I probably would change it to $2.99 just because it looks better. But in this case, I'm just going to let it do it the way that it would normally do it. So I'm coming down here. You can read some of this. It's not complicated. Then we're going to decide whether we want to enroll it in Kindle Matchbook, and this is something you would do if you had a paperback version of the book available as well. Someone who purchases the paperback can then, if they do that, they can order the ebook at a discount if you decide to enroll it in this. But in this case, I don't have a paperback version, so I'm not going to enroll it in the Matchbook program. I'm going to allow the lending for this book, and now I select whether or not I want to publish it. Okay, and at this point, you will just check and make sure that your details are correct. I would probably just, each page I look at carefully to make sure, okay, worldwide rights, and just go over it one more time and make sure that you selected everything, because there are times when the page will reset or something like that. That sometimes happens, depending on what browser you're using. So now you would just click Save and Publish, which is very easy. I'm going to go ahead and do that. it is going to tell me that it can take up to 12 hours for English and 48 hours for other languages for your book to be available in the Kindle store. I've seen it take a couple days on occasion. For various reasons, Amazon can sometimes have a delay there. Now I just click on back to my bookshelf, and as you can see, now this book appears at the top. It says that it is currently in review, which it would normally say for a little bit, and then after it goes from in review, it will say that it's publishing. It can sometimes take a little bit for it to start appearing in the search results at Amazon. It's saying that here, I'm seeing that it says titles are typically reviewed and published within 72 hours, which can seem like an eternity. So that, as you can see, is a fairly simple process. If you know what you're doing there, it becomes simple the more you do it. I think, though, you'll find that it's simpler than you imagine. And if you need any help with ebook formatting, again, you can contact us at Mountain View Books, www.mountainviewbooks.com. We'd be happy to help you with that. I hope this little video was helpful. This is CJ Darlington from Mountain View Books. Thanks.